Benny the bunny hopped happily in a world full of color. He lived in a bright green meadow filled with beautiful flowers. The sun shone bright yellow, making everything warm and cheerful. Benny loved to play with his friends. They played hide-and-seek among the tall red roses. They chased butterflies with wings of every color imaginable. One sunny morning, Benny's mom called out, "Benny, time for breakfast!" Benny hopped excitedly towards home. He couldn't wait to munch on his favorite breakfast, crunchy, juicy carrots. Benny reached his cozy burrow, his nose twitching with anticipation. But something was wrong. The basket where his mom kept the carrots was empty. "Mom, where are the carrots?" Benny asked, his ears drooping with disappointment. "Oh no, Benny. I must have left them in the forest while gathering berries," his mom replied, her voice worried. Benny's tummy rumbled. He knew he had to do something. "Don't worry, Mom. I'll find the carrots," he declared bravely. Benny set off into the forest, determined to find the missing carrots. The forest seemed much bigger and a little scarier without his friends. Benny hopped cautiously, looking around for the carrots. Suddenly he bumped into something furry. Oof! Benny looked up and saw Sammy the squirrel, his tail twitching curiously. "Hi, Sammy! Have you seen a basket of carrots?" Benny asked, explaining his predicament. "Lost carrots?" "I'll help you find them, Benny," Sammy assured him, his eyes twinkling. Sammy loved a good adventure, especially if it involved carrots. Benny the bunny and Sammy the squirrel hopped and scurried through the lush green forest, their eyes peeled for any sign of the missing carrots. They had been searching for hours, and their little tummies were starting to rumble. The forest was alive with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves, but there was no sign of the carrots anywhere. Just when they were about to give up, they met Fiona the fox, who was known far and wide for her keen eyesight and sharp senses. Fiona was always ready to lend a helping hand to her friends in the forest. "Fiona, we need your help. We're looking for a basket of carrots," said Benny, his voice filled with hope. Sammy nodded eagerly, his little paws clasped together. Fiona, always happy to help, smiled warmly and pointed towards a field of colorful flowers. "I saw something orange over there," she said, her eyes twinkling with excitement. "Let's go check it out together." The three friends made their way to the field, their hearts filled with anticipation. Fiona led the way, her sharp eyes scanning the area for any sign of the missing carrots. "I think I see something orange over there," she said, pointing with her paw. As they walked through the field, Fiona suggested, "Let's count the colors we see on the way. It will make our search more fun and help us stay focused." Benny and Sammy agreed, and they began to count the vibrant colors around them. They hopped over one red rose, its petals soft and velvety. Next, they counted two bright yellow sunflowers, their faces turned towards the sun. Finally, they spotted three purple violets, their delicate blooms swaying gently in the breeze. Each flower they counted brought a smile to their faces and made their search even more enjoyable. Counting the colors not only made their search more fun, but it also brought them closer together as friends. They laughed and chatted as they continued their journey, their bond growing stronger with each step. In the end, they found the basket of carrots hidden among the flowers, and they celebrated their success with a joyful feast. The adventure had taught them the value of teamwork and the joy of discovering the beauty of nature together. Reaching the other side of the field, they still hadn't found the carrots. Benny was starting to lose hope. Just then, they spotted Oliver the owl, perched high on a branch. Oliver was known for his wisdom. Maybe he could help. "Oliver, we're looking for a basket of carrots. Have you seen it?" Benny asked hopefully. Oliver closed his eyes for a moment, thinking. I saw a basket near the sparkling stream," he hooted. "Follow me." Following Oliver's directions, they reached a babbling stream, but there were so many trees and bushes. Where could the basket be? Sammy, with his sharp eyes, spotted something orange behind a bush. "I see it!" he squeaked, pointing with his tiny paw. Benny tried to reach the basket, but it was too far. Fiona used her bushy tail to sweep away some leaves, clearing a path. Finally, working together, they managed to pull the basket free. It was full of carrots. Benny couldn't believe his eyes. There, nestled safely in the basket, were all the missing carrots. He was so happy. He thanked his friends for their help. He couldn't have found the carrots without them. "Let's go back to my burrow and share these delicious carrots," Benny exclaimed. They all agreed. After all, sharing with friends always made things more enjoyable. Benny and his friends returned to the meadow, their hearts full of joy. They had been on quite an adventure, exploring the vast forest that surrounded their home. The journey had been filled with challenges, but they faced each one with courage and teamwork. As they walked back, they couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. They had not only found the carrots they were looking for, but also discovered the true meaning of friendship and cooperation. Benny's mom was overjoyed to see him back safe and sound, with the carrots. She had been worried about him, but seeing him return with his friends, all smiling and carrying the fruits of their labor, filled her heart with pride. She hugged Benny tightly, grateful for his safe return and for the wonderful friends he had made. The carrots were a bonus, but the real treasure was the bond they had strengthened through their shared experiences. They gathered around and shared the crunchy carrots. Each animal took a piece, savoring the sweet and fresh taste. It wasn't just about the food, it was about the joy of sharing something they had worked hard to find. The act of sharing made the carrots taste even better, and the laughter and chatter that filled the meadow were proof of the happiness that comes from giving and receiving. Each bite was extra delicious because they had all worked together to find them. The memory of their adventure made the meal special. They reminisced about the obstacles they had overcome, the fun moments they had shared, and the lessons they had learned. The forest, which once seemed daunting, now felt like a place of endless possibilities, where they could achieve anything as long as they stuck together. Benny learned that day that even though the forest seemed big and scary at times, he could overcome any challenge with the help of his friends. The experience taught him the value of teamwork and the strength that comes from unity. He realized that no matter how tough things might get, having friends by his side made everything easier and more enjoyable. The forest was no longer a place of fear but a playground of adventures waiting to be explored. He also learned that helping each other and sharing with friends brought happiness and made their little community stronger. The bonds they formed through their shared experiences created a sense of belonging and security. Benny knew that as long as they continued to support and care for one another, their community would thrive. The lesson of sharing and caring was one that would stay with him forever, guiding him through future adventures and challenges. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the meadow, the world seemed to slow down. The vibrant colors of the sky painted a beautiful picture, signaling the end of another day. The meadow was calm, with a gentle breeze rustling through the tall grass. It was a perfect evening, one that promised peace and reflection. Benny snuggled up to his mom. He was tired but happy. The warmth of his mother's fur and the gentle rise and fall of her breathing made him feel safe and loved. It had been a long day, filled with excitement and challenges, but now it was time to rest. Benny's mom wrapped her arms around him, pulling him closer. "You did great today, Benny," she whispered softly. He had faced a challenge and overcome it with courage and the support of his friends. Earlier that day, Benny and his friends had set out on an adventure. They had come across a deep river that seemed impossible to cross. Benny felt scared, but his friends encouraged him. Together, they found a way to build a bridge using fallen branches and stones. It wasn't easy, but with teamwork and determination, they succeeded. "Thank you, Mom, for teaching me to be brave and always help my friends," Benny whispered. His mom's lessons had always been about kindness, bravery, and the importance of friendship. Benny realized that these lessons were not just words, but actions that made a difference. He felt grateful for his mom's wisdom and guidance. His mom smiled, her heart full of pride. She had watched Benny grow and learn, and today was a testament to his growth. "I'm so proud of you, Benny," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "You showed true courage and the spirit of friendship. These are the qualities that make you special." Benny had learned a valuable lesson that day, a lesson about friendship, courage, and the importance of sharing. He thought about how his friends had stood by him, how they had worked together to overcome the challenge. It wasn't just about crossing the river, it was about the bond they shared, and the strength they found in each other. Courage, he realized, wasn't about not being afraid. It was about facing your fears and doing what needed to be done, even when it was hard. And sharing wasn't just about giving things, it was about sharing experiences, support, and love. These were the true treasures of life, and that was the best adventure of all. Benny knew that there would be more challenges ahead, but with his friends by his side and the lessons he had learned, he felt ready to face anything. The adventure wasn't just about the journey, it was about the friendships and the memories they created together. And as he drifted off to sleep, Benny smiled, knowing that he was part of something truly special.